Hello?
Hello, mate.
Is this thing on?
I think it's on.
Is it on, Carl?
Can you hear us at home?
Carl? I'm super proud of this.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. Made for the lovely people.
Carl's
from
Cakes
the lovely
and
people.
Bakes. Very
Vinyl
clever.
Instinct. Not only have they incorporated the fact that your name is spelled...
Of Ryan Baker, right? And
it's spelled
Carl
with
a K. Yeah.
silly first letter.
Yeah, I get it. Would you like to know what mine says this week?
You haven't got... What do you mean you haven't got?
No, I got one on. Mine says... Well, you can read it.
Tiny Tom's Diner. Because apparently I'm really short.
Yeah, but they're not established.
Not established in 1980.
Which you're 70s, baby.
Which would make me 40. Which I am not.
Well, it's not what the rumours say.
On that note, roll those titles.
The titles.
So Carl.
Yes, mate.
Carl. Big thank you again.
Tom. Marcos. Swansea.
Wonderful. They've really looked after us this month.
Unbelievably, yeah.
They have. They've done a really good job. Thank you so much for having us here at Marcos. And it's our pleasure to be bringing you this episode of the Awkward Turkey
podcast
from
live from Marcos.
Live from Marcos. Well, it's not
from
live.
His private room, mate.
We're live now, but...
Yeah, we are live.
It's not going to be live.
There's an element of liveness in it.
Of course there is. There's also an element of there's a lot of wine in there.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't have any because I've got to drive.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. Carl?
Yes, mate.
Real quick, on the subject of wine and on the subject of the fact that we're not far off Christmas now.
Oh, I know.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
I'm excited.
What I want to say to you is I've been having a think.
Go on. Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. Dangerous. Very dangerous. I want to have a Christmas party. A works Christmas party, provided we're allowed, provided lockdown is lifted.
A works Christmas party?
Yes.
There's only two of us.
Yes, I know. It will be you. It will be me.
Oh, brilliant.
We'll find somewhere that's we can
socially
have socially distance, and we'll have a couple of shandies. Okay. We'll play some dodgy music, and
you can show me your darts.
Yeah, I can show you my darts. Can we do that?
That's not an innuendo. You actually played darts.
We could do that.
Right. Okay.
The Awkward Turkey
Christmas party.
Do
we do it live from somewhere?
Yeah.
Live-ish. Yeah.
But we could do that, and that would be absolutely brilliant. And maybe for the whole month of December, it's just you and me in a bar. I realise I'm setting this up now, and if we can't get a bar,
mate, what if I can't even leave Swansea right now? That's why you've had to come down here.
That is true. Anyway,
lockdown. Lockdown.
It's crazy. Also, I feel like a little disclaimer. There is one on the video as well. But whenever me and Carl shoot this, we do it
follow the rules
within exactly the constraints that we are given. And if those rules change,
then we change.
Yeah. But also, if you're watching something that's pre-recorded, that might be why as well. So we're following the rules. Just feel like we need to say that because I don't want to get in any trouble. We're doing everything.
I'm not bothered. I'm hard.
You're not bothered because you haven't had to drive to Swansea.
I did for the last one.
Yeah, you did.
Anyways.
You did. So,
mate, I've got a topic for us for this week.
I know you do, and you're excited about it.
I am quite excited. I'm excited for a couple of reasons. So the topic I would like...
Shoot. Sorry, I'm very...
Shoot McGavin?
Very excited.
Did you like that film, Shoot McGavin?
Was it Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Great film.
Good film. Man.
That was when Adam Sandler was...
Yeah, have you seen his new one? His new Halloween film that was on Netflix?
No, but there was one on Netflix that he was in where he played like a jeweler. Have you seen that? It's a serious film, and he plays...
no.
He plays like he's a Jewish jeweler. And,
are you sure he's a jeweler? Isn't he a horse shoemaker or something?
No.
That's a different one.
He's really good in it. It's such a good film.
This one, he does the weird voices that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does one of those in this. It's not great.
Yeah.
Anyway. You just sound like you. This week's topic I would like to talk about is reality TV.
Right.
Couple of reasons.
A.
Have you ever been on reality TV? Don't answer yet.
Okay.
2, I'm a Celeb is coming to Wales.
I have heard this in the news.
Providing COVID doesn't come first.
Yeah, and also there's a chance that by the time this goes out, we could know either way.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
as we stand right now,
it's coming to Wales.
C, I quite like a bit of reality TV, even though I probably never touch it.
What's your favourite reality TV show? Because everyone's got one that they just go, that's my go-to, and they know it's car
Does
crash
Great
telly,
British
but
Bake Off count as a pardon the pun?
Yeah. Well, for
I
you,
don't like it.
for you, absolutely great memes. By the way, folks, phenomenal memes
Memes.
being sent
You're
into
so
the show.
old.
Phenomenal memes. Keep them coming. Carl and baking related memes are never ever turned away from my inbox. Slide into my DMs with those memes.
Stay away from mine.
Grease up
Ugh.
the pan that you put the cakes in.
Stop now.
Make me a Karl Morgan baking muffin meme. Thank you guys. Great memes. Cheers.
You're so old.
Bake Off isn't is it?
It's not really, I guess.
I suppose it is. I suppose it is. They have a celebrity Bake Off.
I'm weirdly, I like a bit of like, I liked Big Brother at one point.
Love
I thought it was
Celeb
great.
Big Brother.
Yeah. Strictly, I get why people love Strictly.
Not as exciting as Dancing on Ice though.
Oh, remember that Todd Carty thing?
Brilliant. But
so good.
I tell you a story. I went to go watch them record I can't remember, they were recording like one of the live final shows.
Right.
And I went with a few guys that we were filming a TV show for with at the time. We got tickets, and they sit you, if you're on telly, they sit you in the front row so that when something happens,
they cut to you,
they cut to you for a reaction. Do you know what that type of pressure is?
No.
Because I went in, I'd had a couple of glasses of ITV champagne.
Perfect.
And I was like, well,
you love a glass of champagne as well, didn't you? Remember you told us it was your favourite drink was champagne. Well, what alcohol do you like, Carl? Well, I don't know. I like a gin, I like a vodka.
You like a
I
gin?
like a pint. It's funny you should mention that,
Is
sir.
it?
Signet Gin.
Signet Gin.
Brand new.
Wow.
And we're sponsored by it. Thanks, Signet
Fantastic.
Gin.
God, I love gin. Thank you, Signet Gin. Amazing.
Anyway, imagine that was champagne, how much you'd love it.
Yeah, but
you
even,
would really love it.
Even
then.
more.
Put bit of that. Top it up with champagne, mate. Cherry champagne.
That's like having a cordial where it's like having a cordial where both components are booze.
Yeah.
Dancing on Ice.
Yeah.
So I go to watch it. I'm not drunk. We had a couple of glasses of champagne. We're having a great time, and you sit
Buzzed.
down.
Got a slight buzz on, is it?
With friends, it's great. And they stick a camera in your face.
Yeah.
And you immediately go, well, now I can't react to anything.
Right.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, I really want someone to fall on their face. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm going, I hope they don't, because if it cuts to me...
And you're laughing.
So, Bonnie Langford, is it? She's I don't know if Bonnie Langford, it was one of the celebrities on it that year. She comes
like
out.
A child actor when you were a kid.
I think she may well have been. I don't know if she's in musicals or something. I don't know. Anyway, she's famous. Bonnie Langford comes out, does one loop of the ice, goes in to do this move. She falls on the back of her head, like on her neck.
Ooh.
Everybody's going,
yeah.
Like that. I've got a guy, can't tell you his name, also on telly, to the right of me, who's just going, whoa, like this. Like he's at an ice hockey game, and I'm like, you're going to have to calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so hard because you want to go, you react to it like you're watching it on TV. Yeah. And when you've got a camera in your face. But
do you do that thing that footballers do now where they say everything to each other
That's
like that?
Because they've got lip readers now who worked it out. Very famously, it was Beckham negotiating his contract, wasn't it?
What?
And when he was going to Real Madrid, and they lip read him on the pitch, talking to one of the other players that he was apparently going to go and join, and that's how they leaked that story.
Well.
So it makes sense to talk with your hands over there.
Yeah, it's clever.
But yeah, Big Brother. Big Brother's the
like
original
Big Brother.
reality TV. But that was amazing when they used to do it. And it was like a genuine social experiment where they stuck 10 people in.
Right.
And just saw how they lived together.
I think I came into it a bit later than that.
No, it was the first series. It was
but
just 10 normal people.
I didn't see it. Yeah. I didn't see it.
It got to a point where it was like, let's just stick somebody who's really, really one side politically against somebody who has a complete different view, because we know that will create like a flashpoint in it. So they honed the format a little bit to make it more exciting to watch, because nobody likes watching everybody get on.
It's quite fun when celebrities do it though, because like, do you remember what was his name? Lionel Blair? Did he do it?
I don't know.
Or did he do that Ricky Gervais version of it?
He did the Ricky Gervais version of it.
Maybe he didn't do that. But like when celebs do it and you start kind of peeking behind the curtains of a celebrity's life,
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
But that, and we'll go on to I'm a Celebrity in a minute because I know you want to talk about it. But that's why, and I did a show for Channel 5, which is out in a couple of weeks. And
good Lord.
We watched all of the clips back of reality TV, and we commented on it. And one of the most popular ones was I'm a Celebrity, because even to this day there are people that go on that show that have absolutely no idea what they're letting themselves in for. And it's the same with Big Brother. They sort of go into it, and I don't think they take into account quite how difficult and intrusive it is to have cameras on you 100%. The entire time.
Do you want to hear a good Lionel Blair story?
Give me a fantastic Lionel Blair story.
All right, so my friend was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Classic.
With Lionel Blair. Lionel Blair was playing the child catcher.
What a character.
In the London Palladium. Thought it would be a really good idea, like the matinee, after the matinee. I don't think there's that much time between the matinee and the evening show to kind of like reset, and they'd finished the matinee anyway.
Yeah.
They went outside for a cigarette, and they're standing in the London Palladium. The stage door's on the side, and there's like a zebra crossing by the stage door, and they're standing having a cigarette by the stage door. And Lionel Blair sees a family walking across the road, a father, 2 kids, and a mum. And decides, because he's in full,
because he's still dressed as the child catcher.
Obviously thinks they know I'm the child catcher,
and if they don't,
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang,
I'm
right?
bloody Lionel Blair.
Yeah. And he goes, hello, children, lollipops and ice cream, children, come here, children, lollipops and ice cream, like that. And the dad just goes, what? What you say? And he goes, no, it's me, Lionel Blair.
Phenomenal.
Like so, my mate kind of had to
stop Lionel Blair from getting his head kicked in.
From a dad.
Amazing.
Protecting his kids from the child catcher in real life.
That was one of the scariest characters in...
I'd never seen it.
I remember watching it as a kid and going, this is too scary to be like a PG or whatever it was. Yeah, the child catcher, I mean, I'm sure it probably doesn't stand up now, but when I watched it, I was like, wow.
Have you seen the difference? Like, I was obviously way later as a kid watching it, but I think it was a big film years and years before I was a kid. That doesn't make any sense.
Labyrinth?
No.
Charlie
and Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah, I've seen
Willy
the original.
Wonka and Chocolate Factory, whichever one. Was it called Willy Wonka?
It's my favourite 2 words to put together.
Willy Wonka. Charlie and chocolate.
No.
Just Charlie and chocolate. That's weird.
Anyway, just the Willy Wonka.
Pen. Never got my pen. And I remember watching that and thinking that there was certain points in that as a kid that I was like,
that the verge on being sort of, yeah.
Whereas the Johnny Depp version, not so much.
He's great.
I bet you loved that.
Oh, he's great.
You loved that.
I've got
version.
the costume at home.
No.
Yeah, I live by myself. Just pop it on for me and Alexa. I'm not in a relationship with my technological devices. Get back to reality TV.
Alexa, play me the Oompa Loompa song.
Oh, Alexa, play me the soundtrack to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory so I can play with my Willy Wonka.
Dude.
Come on, it was playful. It's our podcast. It's fine. If they're still with us this far in.
I am sorry.
I'm
Carl's sorry about him.
I'll be honest with you, Carl's mum. Making a joke where the punchline is Willy Wonka, I do worse things than that every day. Just not filmed. Carl, reality TV. Let's go. Okay.
I'm a celeb. If it comes to Wales, I had this thought. I'm pretty sure you pinched my joke. But I had this thought.
You wrote the joke for me.
Oh, did I?
I rang you up and said I'm going on TV, and you wrote me a joke.
It's a truthful joke, which is like...
Just a sec, can I set this up? Because in a week's time, when this goes out on TV, when my TV show goes out, you're going to see me tell this story as my own. So on Channel 5, when I make it look like I've got a really good anecdote, it's Carl's story. I'm really sorry. He wrote it, but he gave it to me, and I've used it. I feel like I have to do that because it's going to come back on me.
Right. I know they're not going to be in it this year, but for instance, Ashley Banjo from Diversity, right?
Yep.
I know he's got a brother. I picture him going into his brother's house around February, March time. Going, look, I know you're semi-famous. I'm really famous. But I've got something that the two of us here are going to enjoy. You're as much in this as I. Well, not as much, but you're in this as much as me. So even though I'm going to get all the glory, you're still involved. Can't tell anyone. I'm going to be on this year's I'm a Celeb. Now you're thinking, Ashley, you're going to be an I'm a Celeb. What? How does that involve me? Well, I'll tell you how. You get to come to Australia. Not just that. Get a free flight, first class flight to Australia, my friend. Not just that, you get to stay in the Versace Hotel. The Versace Hotel for 2 weeks, all expenses paid on me. You're welcome, my brother. You are welcome. March. Fast forward. June. June appears. And he goes, have a quick chat about that thing that we've kept secret since March. Yeah, little change of plan. All COVID's been on. Little change of plan. It's probably not going to be in Australia, so you're not going to get the free flight first class to Australia. And obviously, because it's not in Australia, you're not going to get to stay in the Versace Hotel.
Versace's off the table.
Yeah, that's probably all. But all expenses paid, still in play, my friend. Still in play. Oh, so where's it going to be filmed, brother? Where's it going to be filmed, Ashley?
Dubai.
We just want to even if we go to France, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? 2 weeks in France.
Oh yeah.
Kind of. It's gonna be in the Travel Lodge in Merthyr Tydfil. You are welcome, my friend. Can you imagine?
I can.
The gutting feeling.
Yeah, they die.
When you find out we used to stay in the Versace Hotel and we are going to the Travel Lodge in Merthyr Tydfil.
I don't know. Yeah, listen. And again, if you want to hear that joke told almost word for word with the point.
But it's so true.
It is true. It is true. And it's a great way of looking at it because those contestants must feel.
But their families must be so like.
Yeah.
You know, like.
We've lost out.
But like your mum, if like. Can you imagine your mum thinking, I'm going to have 2 weeks in Australia at the end of the year because Tom's going on I'm a Celeb? Or Claire, or whoever.
That hotel as well, for the fact that the Versace Hotel is about as good as it gets when it comes to 100%. A hotel. That is...
Special.
Yeah. And you're going 24 hours around the world to do it. Is it 24 hours to Australia? Something like that.
It's madness.
Yeah. And yet you get to stay this year in the Travel Lodge... Or the Premier Inn in Merthyr Tydfil, my friend. So, yeah. So that's how we're kicking off I'm a Celeb. Any rumours going around? Who would you like to see in it?
I don't... the difficulty I've got with stuff like that is I don't think... Like, they blew their budget in the previous year. Sorry, that's my chair. They blew their budget in the previous year with Noel Edmonds. And he was in it for like 2 or 3 days.
He looked like a tiger, didn't he? It's like a really tame tiger. Like a tiger that had enough for life.
I'm going to say something and I'm going to leave it in.
Okay. Hello.
There's a guy. Hi, is there somebody taking pictures?
Someone's taking pictures, yeah. I think first of all, it'll be fun. How are they going to play it? Because forget the celeb. Maybe they got more of a budget now.
How do they... I mean, not to bring it back to COVID,
flying
but everything is COVID this year. How do you get around the social distancing?
So they'll isolate people for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, and they do it. Yeah, they do it. Well, yeah, okay. Because it's
like football teams. So my friend plays for Tottenham. My other friend plays for United, and they have tests every day.
Yeah, okay.
They have a COVID test every day in their family, like twice a week.
Yeah.
So they'll test them, and I imagine they'll
stay together.
Yeah. They'll probably, because hotels are not kicking off right now, they probably have a deal with some, say, the Celtic Manor or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But I just don't think their families will be involved this year.
No, maybe not. But then I think with anything like those shows, even Strictly like that, you only need one person within it.
Yeah, crew-wise, I'm guessing
again,
would
for
be
it to go completely south.
The celebs, I imagine, will be fine because they will go. Well, they sleep on the premises anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
So they'll do their.
I just don't know how it works in a castle. I'm nothing against it being in Wales. I think they're trying to make it as difficult for people as possible.
Yeah.
So of course.
They're trying to take you away from normal life. What is normal life anymore?
Of course. But I don't know. What's the eating challenge? They give him like a dodgy kebab from down the road in Swansea.
So Chip and Alley.
Yeah.
Go to Chip and Alley
I know exactly.
in Cardiff.
In Cardiff. It's great.
It is good.
It is really good.
Excuse me. Like, how do you do the Dingo Dollar Challenge and the...
I don't know.
I know. Do you watch it? Do you watch it every year?
Not every year, but I've seen it more than I've seen.
Okay, so they do at the end of the final four, I think, do a water challenge, and it's like a real highlight for people every year. It's like they spray the water things on them, and they have to throw the massive balls at them and stuff like that. I was excited. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get away with it, but I'm excited to see it because to me, it's like the start of Christmas.
I don't know what. I know what you mean.
It is. It always feels like the start of Christmas. Do you know
when Christmas starts for me?
Go on.
Coca-Cola advert on telly. When that Coca-Cola advert comes on and I see that truck driving through the snow and I hear, holidays are coming, holidays are coming.
You make it sound creepy. You're like, holidays are coming, I'm gonna kill you. You make it sound a bit...
Would you like a lolly? Would you? I'm Lionel
Lollipops and ice cream. Lollipops and ice cream.
But yeah, for me, when I see that advert, that for me is...
Christmas.
Bish, bash, bosh, Christmas, good nosh.
Okay.
I mean the food, not the other kind of
nosh. Any ideas who's going in this I'm a Celeb this year?
I have no clue at all.
Who would you like to see? Who would be your ideal guest in I'm a Celeb eating a kangaroo's winky?
Donald Trump.
But that's not going to happen.
No, it'd be brilliant.
All right.
Talking about not going to happen, The Masked Singer. I know we're jumping around reality TV shows a bit. Did you see any of The Masked Singer? So I was away at the beginning of January and I had a rare Saturday off work. Not so rare anymore these days. I have them all off. And I was off and I caught The Masked Singer, was watching it. And it's not for me.
Right.
I didn't understand the purpose of it. I get that the kids really like to watch it and guess they like the costumes and guess who's behind it and stuff. But you were talking about Donald Trump not going in the jungle because it's never going to happen. And they've got a judging panel on this. And someone would come out dressed as like a flower and go and sing. And they'd go, who do you think it is? I wonder if it's Idris Elba. And I was like, of course it's not Idris Elba. Actor, it's Minty off EastEnders. Do you know what I mean?
And what, like, didn't
is it David Beckham? Of course it's not David Beckham. David Beckham isn't a bumblebee. Yeah. But the truth of it is, it would be great if that's the way that it was, as in if they put like super A-list stars in there.
But and also, are they all going to have to be British? Can you fly US to UK?
I think you can at the moment. So if they'd planned it in advance, there's a possibility they could have flown, could have flown them over and then they'd be here already.
Right.
I don't know.
It's a weird one, right?
Because
how do you get your lineup good to go?
I bet you they've got a lot of reserves as well. They probably have the 10 people that they know are going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then they might have another 10 people that are isolating somewhere completely different.
Just so that imagine being on that list, on the B list. Imagine thinking, this is going to kickstart my career again.
That's what they call it when you audition for something and you get what's called a pencil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you audition for something and they'll go, okay, you're down to the second round. Brilliant. Then you get down to the third round and then you get put on pencil. Now, being put on pencil can mean that they're really keen, but I found what it means is they've got someone they want for it.
Right.
And he doesn't know if he can clear his schedule.
Gotcha.
So do you mind just
in case?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
That happened quite a lot to me.
Oh, really?
Loads and loads. I don't know, have we talked about it on the podcast before? No, I don't think we have. Maybe we did on one of those ones we recorded that we couldn't use.
That we don't tell anyone about.
Yeah, we can't tell anyone.
The practice runs.
When it was the third wheel and we weren't allowed to use any of it. So I used to audition for stuff, like I was auditioning for musicals a lot. Right. And it was around the time that Busted broke up.
Okay.
And I would always end up in like the final 2 or the final 3.
The reserve for Matt Willis, you're going to say,
Matt Willis,
right?
Yeah. Because they were just like, you're similar. And he was infinitely more sort of popular. So He always got a part. But I was on
Busted
pencil.
were big at one point, weren't they? They were real. They were a big deal.
I really liked him.
Yeah. Well, you liked Steps. So.
Please don't. I feel like the Steps thing needs to be put to bed.
I
know I'm a deeper shade of blue, but it needs to... Visual gag there.
You're welcome, Spotify.
Yeah, so I don't know who's going to go in, and I think it would be...
You don't care either, do you?
Not really. I'm not really.
Well,
not really.
Ant and Dec, big fan?
Yeah.
Me too. Why are you laughing?
Well, just because whenever you mention Ant and Dec on my live videos, it normally ends with something that we can't use or that I might get in trouble for.
Would you ever do a reality show? Because they are fixed, you know. I think if people don't really realise that by now, and up until the point of, sorry for exposing things like the X Factor, but up until the point of live voting, they're fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know that, and we've talked about that before. But I don't think it's that common knowledge that people.
I didn't know if we talked about it in one of our unusable.
We
episodes.
did talk about it in a Third Wheel podcast that we weren't able to use.
So would you ever do the X Factor? If they turned around to you and they said, "Look, there's a guaranteed live show appearance."
Yeah.
Would you do it? Yes.
Maybe.
The fact that you thought about it, I mean,
maybe. I don't know. I always think that when you do what we do for a living, I know right now any help whatsoever would be amazing. Yeah. And it's not necessarily coming because we're in this for a lot longer. But I think in a normal world, that feels like a little bit of a not a cheat. A cheat's the wrong thing to say. It just feels like those people who go on it, not all of them, because some of them go on it and they've written songs all their life and it's all they've done and it is a platform.
And some of them are super talented.
And some of them just go on and go, it's that thing where they go, it's my last chance. It's not your last chance.
No.
You're 19.
Yeah. Or if they've had the mother's dogs, cats.
It's just it becomes a sob story. I don't know. I think 10 years ago, you'd
have been right in.
I think so. I think
it was a kind of bigger deal 10 years ago as well.
I think the format of it's tired though. Not necessarily just the X Factor. I think we see it every single week. Whether it's The Masked Singer, whether it's Australia's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, the X Factor, American Idol. It's all the same format. 4 people, 4 millionaires sit behind a desk
and judge.
Have
you ever judged anything?
I've been asked to a couple of times and I've not taken it on, but I don't feel like it would be what I would be any good at.
Yeah, I've been asked to judge a couple of things
unnecessarily.
For me, I always say I'm never in the I'm not in the position to judge someone on what they do for a living or what they want to do for a living, because it's.
But also, when you get people, you get people on that, and there's nothing against like Cheryl Cole and Rita Ora, but like I say, Rita Ora, when she judged X Factor, was like 26,
right?
And she's judging a guy who's, I don't know, in his 40s or 50s, not like me, who's in his 30s, but in his 40s or 50s, who's been doing it his whole life.
Yeah.
And I don't know, yes, she's more successful in that respect, but can she really judge somebody who's dedicated his whole life to it? I don't know. A
bit kind of like they're looking for something to take the out of you with.
Yeah, definitely.
I hate that. See that?
But also as well, what people
I'm not sure I would be usable on the show anyway, because
what people don't realise as well is, and there's a couple of people who've come out in the press and spoken about it, but there's actually 4 or 5 rounds before you even get to the judge. Yeah. So the people who go on and are terrible, they've been to 5 different days of
they've
auditions
been to producers
and been told how great they are, and by that point they're so bad, they're so in belief of what their ability is that when they get out there and they get told that they're they look shocked.
I think we've just found the title for this episode: Exposing Reality TV.
Yeah. But you touched on it, and I think it's something that people don't know. But people do buy their way into the finals of them. They do.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. Beyonce's dad takes his acts that he manages on it, and they have deals with the record labels.
Because it's
listen, you're on telly every single week. So it's peak 15 million people. You can't get that type of publicity anywhere, but they do. They offer people up until I think the public vote. They can guarantee. They can guarantee you get on the live shows if you know the right people, and if you know.
It's insane, isn't it?
I think it kind of sort of the way it works anyway with this sort of stuff is it's all in the edit. So if they've got somebody that they think is their potential winner, they can give them more screen time. They can them softer. They can, you know what I mean? You can guide people.
When they play someone on the big stage in Wembley Arena, and they're singing, and then all of a sudden the crowd go mental and stand up, and
it's taken earlier in the day,
and all that, and then they cut back to a wide shot. And everyone's still sitting down
they got in trouble as well for auto-tuning the people that they liked in it, because the people that they wanted to get through to the final parts of it, they tuned all their voice and stuff. They're very, very publicly publicised. I think anything where huge amounts of money and millions of people watching are involved is open to some sort of corruption. But I think agree. Ultimately it's a great TV show. It's just
years ago it was. I think
it's tired.
I think now
it's tired. There's only so many times that they can come out and sing "First Time Ever I Saw Your Face," or finish with "Against All Odds,"
or do Big Band Week.
It's just been done a million times. So I don't know.
Maybe some of them will be in "I'm a Celeb" this year.
Possibly. Would you do anything like that?
No, they sign you publishing.
Sorry.
They sign your publishing.
Yeah, they take it away for a long, long time. I dated a girl.
Gone.
Told you I dated a girl who was in the lives of it a while ago, and she came out of that and was back to gigging smaller venues, social clubs, small theatres and stuff like that. She wasn't making huge amounts of money at all, and for 5 years afterwards, even on like a social club gig,
she was paying them
still paying 20% to Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
But then I suppose she wouldn't have got those gigs on the back end coming out of it.
You'd like to think she would get a social club gig.
But this is the thing about it as well, though, now. Because it's so disposable, it used to be that you'd do that show and you'd come out of it and you'd have many, many years of being a famous singer. Because every single one of those shows will churn out 20, 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
You've got probably 8 months before the next, or 6 months before the next lot of people come out. Or
you've got to give it to like One Direction, Ollie Murs.
Mate,
they have done incredibly well, right? And like
phenomenal.
The One Direction thing.
They took over whether you like them or not, One Direction, and I do. They absolutely took over the world.
I was going to say that I feel like people give them maybe not so much now, because they're all a bit older and they have their own careers, and like, who's going to argue against 15 million albums sold? You're
Nobody.
A donkey if you're arguing against that. But I think they got a bad rep for so long, and yet those songs that they did, whether they had a hand in writing them or not, they were incredible.
It was hit after hit after hit.
And no one was doing. Every album had 3 hits on it. No one was doing that.
Yeah.
No one could pull that out of the bag like them.
They were brilliant. But there's been a handful of people off the back of that have done incredible things. At the moment, Ella Henderson.
Right.
She sort of did it, and then going to the river. She's doing really, really well. Leona Lewis for a little while
She did well, yeah.
Blinding stuff.
She'll be back now, Christmas.
One Direction, obviously. Little Mix,
yeah. Did you watch their reality show?
No, I didn't, but people keep telling me it's really good and I should watch it, and I don't have the excuse at the moment of, I don't have time on a Saturday.
I got hit on once by one of Little Mix.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can guess which one.
Okay.
I know all their names.
Okay.
Jessie.
No.
Okay. Leanne.
Nope.
The other two. Which one?
Perry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And not so maybe last year.
Okay.
She's gone out with that footballer, isn't she?
She's landed on her feet. She could have had you in Marco Pierre's drinking water with me.
It was funny. I was with Claire.
Yeah.
And maybe I shouldn't be telling this though. Maybe it's terrible.
It's great material, mate. Keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I was with the guy, and she didn't.
So you were stood with your wife, and she came up. What'd she say?
It was. I don't know. I don't really want to go into it that much. But
I've never seen you sort of squirm a bit.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. But
so did you just go? Did you just go and produce the ring?
I just stood there and smiled politely. But it was backstage at one of their stadium shows. Yeah, that's
incredible.
Weird.
That is incredible.
Yeah. You're welcome, Liverpool footballer, wherever you are.
And your wife is obviously still the luckiest lady in.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm the
Swansea.
luckiest chap. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I don't think I've ever been hit on, but I have.
Oh, of course he has. Go on.
Go
on.
I was at
Pamela Anderson. Go on.
It was really,
someone of your era.
Really awkward. No. It might have even been Dancing on Ice or Strictly or something like that. We were there watching, and
who was it?
Ulrika Johnson.
I don't know who that is.
Sort of started dancing provocatively in front of me and doing the splits and stuff, and then
was she on the show at the time?
No, I don't think she was. She was just because the way it works in these events is I don't know whether you've ever done like the Soap Awards or the National Television Awards.
No,
or
I've
like
never
that.
done them.
Okay, well you've done the.
I've played the BAFTAs.
Of course you have. But when you do these things, they let you in to the holding rooms and to the thing on order of importance. So you walk the carpet, the red carpet, ordered on how important you are.
Yeah.
Now when we were on telly, and my cast, we weren't important.
Straight on.
So they let us in at 5:00, and we have to stand in there for 2 hours until
free drink
until the Corrie lot come in at 7:45, 15 minutes before it starts. So it's fine. It's great fun.
In first.
Yeah, it's great fun. So we're in there. The few people that I'm with are in there, and it's empty. It's a huge room, and you're waiting for the big celebrities to arrive. So they shun us in there, and we're waiting for 2 hours. And
did you do that thing where you're already in the venue? We did when we played the BAFTA thing.
And you do the carpet after.
We'd sound checked and been in there and had food and stuff, and then
you leave.
Went to the back of the venue, got in a car. They drove us halfway around the city to get back, to get out, to go in, to take the clothes off that you wore in, and put your stage clothes back on. I
did it. The first time I did a red carpet, I didn't know I'd done one, and I got in, and I was there with my manager, and I said, "Oh," he said, "you didn't stop for the cameras." I was like, "Oh, I missed it," and I left, went back, came around and did it again. Because the first time I did it, I just thought, it's purple for a start, the carpet was, so I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right, okay.
But yeah, essentially, whatever it was, Dancing on Ice or Strictly, we were in a holding room. There was about 8 of us, and then there was about another 4 people from a different show, one of which was Ulrika Johnson. And
she give you a little dance?
She's giving me the winky Swedish eyes. Weird, because...
she wasn't just blinking.
Potentially... If you sort of blink while you...
She had something in her eye.
Have you ever had a grown woman not break eye contact with you less than 4 feet away doing the splits, looking up at you? I think I got the intent.
Not.
I think I got the intent.
Well, lucky you.
Sorry?
Lucky you. Is she fit?
I've always quite liked her from when she used to be on Shooting Stars, but I think I was definitely in a relationship at the time, and also... not in front of the British press, who are like us, stood in a room waiting for 2 hours for the actual people to arrive. So I didn't want to give them anything to write about. But yeah, that's about it really. Definitely not as good as Perry from Little Mix.
Well, there you go.
What did Claire say?
Well, I think we were both a bit like, did that just it did, didn't it? We shouldn't talk about this again, should we? No. And then
I just think why you've never told me about it before. I mean, I'm glad we've got it out now. I'm glad we've got it out now.
I'm not like you, Ulrika, whatever her name is. What's her name?
I've never brought it up to anybody. In fact, the only people who know about it were in that room.
Is everyone now?
Yeah, everyone knows about it now.
Who
sure.
watches the Awkward Turkey podcast?
Sure, I've ruined it now. But no, it was nice enough. I sort of, I think I just went and had a sausage roll.
Is that a euphemism?
No, not really. Just Just had a little sausage roll.
I just had a little Swedish roll.
I'd like to talking about dancing on ice. That's something I'd like to have a go at.
Was it ice skating?
I'm terrible at it though.
I tried once. Yeah, I wasn't very good.
And I think that the people who win the show already know how to ice skate.
Well, yeah, imagine. Remember little Ray Quinn? He was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was already really good at ice skating. So you're never ever gonna beat Ray Quinn, are you?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Just don't know that I do it. Like, obviously, if the old Bunce was
sure
top dollar, damn right I'm in for any of them. But
everyone's got one reality show that they'd go, okay, I'd do. Like, I don't know if Bake Off is a reality show, but
I wonder at what point in your career you go as a celebrity. I wonder at what point they go, I better take Strictly now, or I better take I'm a Celeb.
It depends if you really like it.
Do you think they ever know when their career is at that point? Or do you think their agents are just like, take it, it'll be good? Because I understand that the semi-known people, because it's a real big bump. It's a real big,
it's a huge
leg up in your career. But you know, like, if you meet enough celebrities, you find out very quickly they live in a different world to the people like you and I and the normal human being. They live in a world where lots of stuff is done for them, and they never quite really realize that. What am I trying to say? That they always kind of believe they're a little bit above. So at what point then do you go, yeah, but I'm a celeb. I'm a child. Like, I've had hits.
You'd like to,
and
think,
then it's like,
yeah,
mate, you need to do I'm a Celeb to get your career back. Because I'm not so sure
that's
that they ever
job,
think.
Though.
I'm not so sure the celeb ever really realizes their career's not.
Oh, I think there's certainly people who are completely blissfully unaware that they haven't had like a record out for 20 years.
But they're still like,
living
but I'm
in
blah blah blah.
Yeah, definitely.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think it's a manager's job then. I think your manager goes, we think this would be great for you. They've asked for you specifically. Even if the managers had to beg to get that person on, it'll be they've asked for you specifically. Have you ever been asked to do anything?
Not like that. No, I'm not. I'm nowhere near big enough to
I had CBB, like Celebrity Big Brother, twice.
Why didn't you take it? Would you have been the one that no one knew who they were?
They'd have got everybody.
He's the filler now.
They'd have got everybody.
Go make a cup of tea while...
Well, we know Pamela Anderson. We know that. Who's that idiot at the back?
Yeah. He's short.
I spoke to my mum about it and said, should I do it? Two reasons. Number one, I didn't want to. That's first and foremost, I didn't want to. I didn't think I'd be able to... I think my personality is one of two ways. You either get it or you don't. And I didn't want to go and do it and ruin any potential chance of a career afterwards. And most importantly, the money was just awful. For what?
Really?
It was, yeah, they'd obviously spent all their budget on the big names. And I was going to be, if I did it, that sort of, who's that guy?
Right, okay.
You know, there's always one you have to Google.
I understand.
I don't want to be the one you have to Google.
Yeah.
Flip the coin, take it to 2020.
You definitely do now, wouldn't you?
In a heartbeat. I'd have done it twice. I'd have done it twice.
Look, which celebrity do you want me to be?
Yeah. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mate.
Thank you so much for joining us in Marco Pierre's... What is it? It's called Marco's Table.
Swansea. Marco's Table.
Yeah, we're actually in his
This is his table, mate.
Special table. Marco himself...
He built
this table.
He built it.
Stripped to the waist.
He built it.
And he's thrown fish and eggs at people, and they have enjoyed them.
On this table.
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know either.
It's been an incredibly long day.
But thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
For watching. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to our sponsors for the last couple of weeks. If you do want to be a sponsor, get in touch.
Absolutely.
Tom put his email address at the bottom of the episode.
It always helps. It always helps when we got sponsors. Patrons, one more time. If you aren't a patron, the link is at the bottom. It really does help us make this show what it is. Carl, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Mate, awkward turkey. No, I'll do that. I'm young.
You do
I'll do that. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Fist me.
That's a weird thing to end on.
Yeah, no. Mic drop.